The Great Ocean Road is one of the most iconic stretches of road in Australia. Winding its way along 243 kilometres of rugged coastline, it connects townships that were once only accessible by boat or by an arduous journey through hard country. Built in part by returned servicemen, the road is a living memorial to the Victorians who served in World War I and the longest war memorial in the world. 2019 marks 100 years since construction began. Torquay is 95 kilometres from Melbourne and sits at the very beginning of the Great Ocean Road. The Wadawurrung people are the first people of this land.
Wadawurrung country is a beautiful country. We were known of the place of water. So we talk about Torquay. It was like a weather station. Our people could stand there and they'll be able to tell if the change of weather was coming across that bay. The Wadawurrung people have lived in this area for thousands of years prior to settlement and continued to live here once settlement occurred.
In 1870, campers and fishermen established the first European settlement and called it Spring Creek. In 1892, the town was renamed Torquay after the English seaside township of the same name. Being so close to Melbourne, it quickly became a popular destination.
People would come to visit Torquay and they'd picnic, there was fishing, they would holiday here as well, camp, mainly because there was no houses or anything at the time. And from there, the area grew.
In 1936, Torquay was named the official start of the Great Ocean Road. The original idea was proposed by the Mayor of Geelong, Howard Hitchcock.
His inspiration was in fact a drive through the southwest of France. He saw this winding road that gave views of the ocean, and he wrote back to a friend of his in Victoria saying, "And you'll see where I got my inspiration." He wanted this winding road that followed the coast.
The proposed road was to be 100 miles long and would cost around £150,000 to build. And Hitchcock had a vision.
He saw the opportunity for a road to create more efficient transport in southwest Victoria, but he also saw the opportunity to provide employment for returned servicemen.
I'm fortunate enough to live in the area. I live down at Torquay. That's what I look out of my window and I see every day. You know, you just can't beat it. You know, if we've got to do shorter time frames, just keep on top of that. We take it very seriously, and I'm very passionate about what we do on the road, and so are the people we have working around us. Nowadays we're using expanding grout, air hoses, compressors on site. 100 years ago they would have used hand tools to do it. It would have been terrible. Just the rain in winter, the heat in summer, the mud. It would have been no different to probably they would have had when they were fighting the war in World War I. They didn't have bullets flying around, of course, but, you know, gee, it would have been horrific.
Today, Torquay holds the largest Anzac Day ceremony in Victoria outside of Melbourne, with crowds in the thousands attending every year.
It's important to me, personally. My dad went over and fought in the Second World War. I had a good friend who was killed on Christmas Day in 1972, and he comes back every Anzac Day for a visit. And I just go home and think about him for a while. So it's very important.
20 on heads. 10 heads. Come on, heads. Great spin. Oh, two tails!
Thanks to the Great Ocean Road, today Torquay is the birthplace of the global surf industry in Australia. In 1969, 4 local surfers set up backyard businesses, making board shorts, wetsuits and surfboards in their back sheds. Today, Quicksilver and Rip Curl are 2 of the most recognised surf brands in the world.
Torquay is interesting because it was initially a bit of a holiday destination for people from Geelong. But what happened was people discovered there were fabulous waves here, and the motto for the Torquay Surf Club for a while was Torquay, where waves roll always. And although that might not be 100% true, it's certainly one of the most consistent areas in the world for surf, and that's attracted, obviously, surfers over time.
Originally called the Bells Beach Surf Classic, the Rip Curl Pro is a world tour surfing competition that's been held at Bells Beach every Easter since 1962. It's the longest running surfing contest in the world. The best surfers from around the globe travel to the Great Ocean Road to compete in this iconic surfing event.
Great Ocean Road to me symbolises historical surfing, and especially because of Bells Beach, but my entire career I've always come down here with that excitement to be surfing in this raw coastline. There's lots of energy in the ocean, and and just the history of it. I mean, all of the surf brands were born here and right here in Torquay, and you know, it's just a special place.
Seek the ultimate ride on world-famous waves. Lace up your boots for the Surf Coast Walk or stroll barefoot along sweeping beaches. Torquay has it all. To hear more stories of the Great Ocean Road, travel west Anglesey or further to Lorne, Wye River and Apollo Bay.